YouTubers, this is me again, and I'm going to be doing my tarot reading for the week. It's going to be a slightly different format. Let me get this book out of here. At least for the spread. I have a book of tarot spreads, an illustrated book of tarot spreads. I thought I'd use one of those for the reading. And it's called The State of Affairs. And it seemed appropriate reading for this week, rather than my usual free card reading, because it gives a little bit more detail. The first card is going to be my current situation. The second one is, what does my past have to do with the present, or why did this situation come about at all? The third card is going to be, what could the future bring that would clarify the situation? And the fourth card is, how do I get out of the situation? And the fifth card and the final one is, how do I protect myself in this situation? And there's also a sum of digits card, what will be the result of all this, so that's what I'm going to be doing. So I'll bring the cards up as they come up. So first I'm going to be doing just first of all what the card is, and then the next part is I'm going to be doing the interpretation portion of it, and then I'll do the sum of digits at the very end. Okay, so let's get going. Okay, for your first card, which is the center card of the spread, and my current situation, you get the Eight of Swords reversed. Let me give a clear picture of this. Eight of Swords reversed. Okay, that's your first card. And your second card, which represents what does my past have to do with the present, is also a reversed card, but it is a Three of Swords card. That's an interesting card for that. Anyway, so that's your second card. And your third card, or what would the future bring that would clarify the situation, is also a reversed card. It's the Eight of Cups reversed. Eight of Cups. Okay, and the fourth card is going to be, how do I get out of this situation? And that's going to be this one. There's also a reversed card as well. And it is the Three of Pentacles reversed. And the fifth and final card is going to, how do I protect myself in this situation? And it is going to be the Six of Pentacles. And that is not a reverse card, it is actually a right side up card. So that's going to be a little bit different. Okay, so let's get on to the interpretations of those 5 cards. Okay, for your first card, it's the Eight of Swords. And what I'm seeing in this card is it's a swan that is calling out for help in a very impossible situation. It's asking for help from a seemingly small bird, the hummingbird. And the hummingbird looks like it might be a good messenger for someone to send out in the situation, because it can get out of the thorns that would entrap the swan, because the swan is too large to get out of it. And the entity that is creating this situation is almost like he's looking back, like the hummingbird is getting his attention, maybe he's not intentionally leaving you in snares, and he needs someone to let him know that you're trapped in this situation. And it's a reverse card, so this is a more internal struggle. So you're looking to another part. I don't want to get too metaphysical about this, but it looks like that maybe you're just your own worst enemy, and that you need actually to ask for outside help in order to get something through to yourself, and to stop you need to ask for help, outside help, to help yourself out of this situation. That's pretty much what I'm seeing here, is that you've created the situation, whether it's intentional or not doesn't truly matter. It's just you need to find someone who can help you get out of it, or at least help you stop this entity from continuing to trap you. And the Eight of Swords is basically you've trapped yourself. And there are other images down here where these are swan skulls. At least that's what they look like to me. So part of you has died, maybe, before realizing that you needed the outside help. So you've come to a point where you were the last one left, and you come to an area where you're like, I can't do anything else, and I'm at my core level here. Nothing, I can't give up anything else to stay in this situation. I need to get outside help and get people to come in and help me out with this, because I can't give up anymore. There's nothing left for me to give up. I need to get out of this situation. That's the situation that's going on this week for someone, and it's someone hitting rock bottom and finding someone to maybe help them out. So it's both a hopeful situation, but it's also a very dire situation. So it's also on an internal level. So that's an interesting situation to be in, and I won't ramble too much on this, but there's a lot in there, and it's a big thing that's going on right now. It's a big thing for this week. So moving on to the next card. Okay, and the next card, the second card, is what does my past have to do with my present? And this is a very big card. It's basically the betrayal kind of card. And usually when I see this card, I'm thinking of picking up the pieces and moving on. But this is looking at the past, saying what happened to get you into this situation. You've been betrayed, and by someone that was probably close to you, two someone's probably that were very close to you, that betrayed you and basically broke your heart. And it's not necessarily about the moving on at this point. It's just, this is what happened. This betrayal happened. This heartbreak happened. And that is what caused you to get into this situation that you're in right now. This betrayal, this broken heartness, this sorrow, this loneliness. That's all I'm seeing with this card. But I find it funny that while the heart is bleeding, it's still whole. So there's still hope there. It's just the hope isn't here, it's up here, and you are not and the swan is not looking here. So it's a hopeless situation in your point of view. So this hopelessness, this betrayal, this very dark time in your life, that's what caused this curtain situation that you're in right now. All you have to do is look up from your situation, and you'll see that your heart is still whole here. But you haven't quite gotten there yet. So you're just at this pinpoint, and this is a more internal thing as well. So it's not really, it's a very personal betrayal. Someone betrayed you personally. This is a very close relationship. And it isn't necessarily all the way other people either. Maybe other people have betrayed you in the past, but you've also been untrue to yourself as well. This is a more internal betrayal. You've betrayed yourself over and over and over again. This is not a great card. But yeah, that's what caused your situation, is this not great event. That's what caused it. And it was big. Yeah. Not great. So let's move on to the next one. Hopefully a more hopeful card. What could the future bring that would clarify this situation? That's your next card. So let's move on to that. Let's get some happy cards here. And what's next here is this is also a reverse card, so this is more internal playing out as well. This is what could the future bring that could clarify the situation. What I'm seeing in this card, I believe this was the wish card at one point. I might be incorrect, but what this scene looks like to me is this is a an I can't remember the name of the fish exactly, archfisher or something of that nature, that has this little dangling light on the back, on its front of its face to lure in fish so we can eat them. An anglerfish, that's what it is. Anyway, but that's what this mermaid is doing. It has a thing on the top of his face, but what I'm not seeing is luring. It's not luring things to eat them, or maybe it is. But anyway, but mostly what it's doing, it's going into the depths, bringing light to the depths so it can see what's there. And it's got a cup here, and you're filling your cup from the depths. You're going into the darkness of your soul, or just going into the depths of yourself deeply to just take a look what's there and bring out the waters that are there. Maybe it's the fact that you have to dig so deep. That's disturbing. It's a little disturbing to me, this whole thing. Is that you have to dig deep to find these waters because you are so drained at this point. But you are going to have to find the strength within yourself to actually get yourself out of this. You have to find the depths within your soul, the water within your soul, the water of life within you. That's what can bring clarity to this situation, is digging deep within yourself and finding what truly is at the depths of your soul. What is truly what drives you? What life is there in your being right now? Looking and finding that and holding on and bringing it up, and nurturing the parts of you that have died, and bringing them back to life. That sort of thing. That's what's going on here. Is you're digging deep and you're finding life within the darkness, finding light within the darkness, and luring it out and bringing it back up. So, whatever that means to you, that's what you need to do to gain clarity in this situation. This is a very confusing, very dark situation you're in right now. And this is what you're going to have to do to gain some clarity at this point. So, somewhat happier card maybe. So, yeah, so let's moving on to the next card, which is hopefully more hopeful. So, next card, here we go, for this week. Gosh, we're going to be doing a lot this week. Okay, so this is your fourth card, is how do I get out of this situation? And I'm going back to the first card by saying, you've got the hummingbird. You're asking for outside help. There's another man that is lifting this woman up so she can be creative and she can create something of worth. He's bringing a lot to the table here. He's your ladder, and he's also your catalyst for change, the chameleon. He's keeping an eye out for you. Chameleons have their eyes in both directions, so he's seeing it from both perspectives. So maybe he's been in a similar situation as well, and he's holding you up so you can be the best that you can be. You can bring out the best in you. It's a very physical card. It's you're creating something shiny and something productive, and it's coinage, money, wealth. You can create more wealth for yourself, but it's not you're not doing it alone. How do you get this get out of this situation? Is you found the help you need, and now you need to accept that help and do what needs to be done. You need to do what needs to be done, but you need to find someone that is your support system to help you out and help you through this time. Not making any sense. But you need to find a support system. That's what this is saying. Find a support system. Find someone that is willing to support you in your endeavors and doesn't bring you down. And it's interesting that the tattoo on her shoulder kind of mimics the symbols on the coins here, in a way. So you're bringing what was already inside, you're bringing it out, and you're letting it shine. And they are your support system. This person is your support system. You need to find that support system is a big thing here. You need to find someone that will support you. while you do the work that is necessary. You need someone to be your scaffold so you can paint the ceiling. That sort of thing. So that's what you're going to be needing in order to get out of this situation. You need to find someone that can cut the thorns or the vines that are surrounding you, or help you cut your own thorn. Actually, you need to have someone that will give you the pliers, or point out where the thorns are at, or just help you see what needs to be seen. Scaffolding, ceiling, that was a great analogy. Anyway, but that's what you're going to need to get out of this situation. You're going to need a support system and someone that will keep you going when things get hard. And I'm seeing a man and a woman here, so maybe it'll be a romantic relationship, but it also could be just family, or just a good friend. But I am seeing a romantic relationship in here because it is a man and a woman. It's an opposite, or maybe not romantic relationship, just a relationship of opposites, where they are the opposite of what you are in some way, and they complete you in some form or fashion, or they amplify parts of you that you've lost, that sort of thing. So that's what you need to get out of the situation. So moving on to the 5th card, and how to protect yourself in this situation. And you've got the 5th card, how do I protect myself in this situation? And well, put yourself into what is good. And actually going back here, the vines, they aren't green, they're black, they're dead. So it's these are all fitting together quite well. And this is about water, bringing water up from the depths to nurture something. So this is about nurturing yourself, putting yourself into things that nurture you rather than kill you. That's a big thing. How to protect yourself in this situation. Find things that are important to you, that you like doing, that are going to nurture you, and you put yourself into those things, and stop putting yourself into things that are going to destroy your hopes and dreams and trap you like you were before. You got yourself into this situation because you betrayed yourself by not nurturing yourself in places that you wanted to be nurtured, or taking care of yourself. You stretched yourself too thin. You were maybe taking care of someone else. You need to take care of yourself. First and foremost, yourself comes first. It may sound selfish, and I'm having to come to grasp with this myself as well. You need to take care of yourself first, or set your priorities, what's most important, what needs to be done, that sort of thing. So this is what this means. And you've got the repeated symbol of the coins. You're pouring the coins into something. You're pouring your life or force or your love or whatever makes you shine into something. And you need to actually make investments in yourself. And I'm seeing him playing music, and play to your strengths is a phrase that comes to mind. Play to what moves you, but music seems to be a big theme here, where he's playing something, or maybe just play, because it kind of looks like an instrument, but it kind of doesn't. It looks kind of like a flower, kind of like a fish, but it's kind of like a nonsense thing, like play. I think that's the big theme here. Play, or enjoy yourself, or do what you enjoy, and put things back into yourself. That sort of thing. And this is a 6 of Pentacles. Looking at the imagery here, I mean, it looks like it's a boy who's a small boy, young boy who's playing. Who's playing. He's putting things back into himself. yeah, that's pretty much the big message here. Is you need to put things back into yourself and nurture things that have passed away or have died within yourself, because I'm seeing the thorns from the first picture also here, but you also see the new life coming from them. They're coming back to life. This is bringing life to this, which used to be this. You need to put things back into yourself. It's going to be a hard haul, putting things back into yourself, because you first of all need to find what's within yourself, which is the life-giving water within yourself. You need to find that before you can put it back into yourself. So you're in for a little bit of a struggle. And this is during this week, so you'll be finding. I don't know if you'll be finding it this week or not, but you're in this. This is the situation you're in right now. And in order to get out of this situation, you have to do these things. So during this week, you're going to be discovering ways of getting yourself out of these things. And maybe you'll be discovering ways of putting things back into yourself. But that's the big thing for this week. And so this is going to be an interesting week. And next up is the Sum of Digits card, which is going to be what is going to be the result of all this. So let's go on to the sum of all cards. And this is the sum of all numbers or cards. And what you do with that is you take all the numbers on the cards, such as in this reading, I'll do an example. The 6 of Pentacles plus the 8 of Cups plus the 8 of Swords plus the 3 and the 3. That equals 28. And then you put those 2 and 8 together, that makes it 10. And you can either put it again and make it into a 1, which turns it into the Magician. And what it says for the Magician is it is up to you to explore all the possibilities and to influence fate through your will. You are agile and know how to arrange matters so that they are advantageous to you. Okay, so that's one interpretation. And the other one, which I think would be the more correct one, is if you don't add the 1 and the 0 together to make 1, and you just leave it as a 10, you get the Wheel of Fortune, which is learn how to flow with the ups and downs of life. Don't complain, but change your attitude. Resistance will produce disturbance. They kind of run along in the same vein. Your point of view is going to interpret what goes on in this. So you are in control of this. So whatever choices you make will determine the outcome. So that's kind of the sum of all this. That's what your actions and your decisions mean the world to this situation that you're going through. So, alright, so I guess I'll see you guys next week. See you Monday for my Oracle card reading. I'll try to get it done bright and early Monday morning so that people can have it for that day. So I'll see you guys later and talk to you guys later and talk.